Cosmo Times.
We will be exploring the world of fruits and vegetables.
How do they grow?
And where do they come from?
Cosmo Times.
Welcome to this week's fruit and vegetable episode of Cosmo Times.
We have a great episode planned for you today.
Did you just say a grape episode?
Yeah, it's funny, right? I'm raising my standard of jokes.
In accordance with today's show, you're making funny fruit jokes.
Yeah, they're funny. And more importantly, they are punny.
Well, on that note, Bai Xu, do you eat very many fruit and vegetables?
Oh, good one. I do eat very many fruit and vegetables. I even thought of becoming a vegetarian once, but then I realized that would be a mistake.
Wow, these fruit and vegetable jokes are pretty corny.
Hey, you just said corny.
Oh, you're right, I did. Actually, I've got a good one. What did Grape say when he got stepped on?
What?
Nothing. He just let out a little whine.
Okay, let's check out this week's word on the street.
Where we're testing the people of New York, Melbourne, and Shanghai on their fruit and vegetable knowledge.
Asking if they know how their food grows and where it comes from.
Tis the season for seasonal vegetables. I'm hitting the streets to see what people know about their favorite fruit and veggies. So tell me, what is your favorite fruit or vegetable?
That'll be pineapple.
I would say pineapple.
My favorite fruit is bananas. Banana, probably?
Carrots.
That would be mango.
My favorite fruit's an apple.
Well, mango is from India originally. It's spread out everywhere in the world.
When I go for an apple, I know it should be a locally sourced type of product, so I feel pretty good about it. Fruit, pineapple.
And where does the pineapple grow?
Hawaii. No idea.
Tomatoes you can grow anywhere, pretty much.
I know that tomatoes are like plants, so it's not on a tree, I think. Silly me, maybe, but I don't know.
How are bananas grown?
From trees. They're grown from trees. Well, I don't know where they grow exactly, but I know that they did actually start in South America.
So it looks like the people that I talked to on the street today love fruits and vegetables from around the world. The thing is, though, they have no idea how they grow or where they come from. As for me, I'm a huge fan of apples, a little crunch, and right here in New York State, can't beat it. Reporting for Cosmo Times, I'm Christy Clemens. Now we're gonna go check in with Melbourne.
It's market day here in Melbourne, and fresh fruit and vegetable is being laid out for all the customers. But the question is, how much do city people know about the food they buy and how far it travels? Let's find out. Do you know what these are?
Radishes.
Man, you didn't even have to look at it. Do you know what this is?
Yes.
In French, I know, but in English.
Custard apple.
Custard apple.
Oh, custard apple?
Yes.
Ooh, no.
I wouldn't eat it.
You wouldn't eat it. It's called an artichoke.
Yeah.
Do you know where they come from?
I think they're grown in Australia.
I think from Australia? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I reckon they're grown in Australia.
I don't know. We try and adapt what we eat to what's available and not get things from too far away.
You usually, in supermarkets, you usually get the point of origin, so I know which countries.
Are you aware ever where it comes from and how far it travels?
We do try to be pretty conscious and also organic conscious as well.
So it seems most people care about where their food comes from, but they don't know exactly where it does. For me, I'm stumped with the artichoke. Where does it come from? Is it a tree? Isn't it a tree? Anyway, I better go to Google to find that one out. Arsen Jama reporting for Cosmo Times in Melbourne. Back to you.
Fruits and vegetables are everyday food essentials. I'm sure anyone can name a list of fruits and vegetables they love. But where are they planted? How do they grow? I'm here today to test our urban population on their knowledge of fruits and vegetables.
芝麻香蕉我没有听说过，
分开就知道了。芝麻跟香蕉。
柿子是蔬菜，是水果。
应该是水果吧？可是你这样问我的话，可能是蔬菜。什么植物是长花朵的？哎，是生姜吗？
丝瓜，丝瓜应该是会开花的吧？好像。
Pumpkins, of course. Pumpkin, they have a flower. Then they become a pumpkin.
辣椒长藤上的。好，果断又成。好的。好，继续。木瓜藤上的。然后菠萝应该也是树上吧？错光啊。
After a list of no-nos, finally, I found a fruit and vegetable expert that works for the supermarket.
茭白长在水里，芒果是在树上，生姜在地里，哈密瓜长在地里藤上，芋头长在地里边，油菜长在地里边。
It looks like the fruits and vegetable test wasn't that easy. So how much did you score? This is Celia Liang reporting for Cosmo Times in Shanghai.
It looks like most people have no idea how their food grows.
And only some people know where their food comes from. Hey, Shushu, have an apple.
No thanks, I'm not in the mood.
Oh, come on. We're here with this fresh fruit, and you mean you're not even going to try one?
I don't like this peer pressure, Missy. But fine, give me an apple. Hey, this apple is fake!
Stay tuned, because when we come back,
we'll learn more about fruits and vegetables,
how they grow and where they come from.
Cosmo Times. So I asked her, honey, do you love me? If so, let's run away together. And she said, all of you, but we can't elope.
These are the worst jokes I have ever heard. Oh, welcome back. Shushu was just telling me more fruit puns. But these jokes are a big fail, Shushu.
These jokes are not as fruitless as you wish to insinuate, Mincy. In fact, they are classic.
Okay, whatever. Let's tune into this week's City Search, starting with New York.
Or actually just a short train ride away in Connecticut, where we'll learn about America's apple-loving culture.
It's fall here in the East Coast, and what better way to enjoy it than be outside? I'm here at March Farms in Bethlehem, Connecticut, and we're going to show you how Northeasterners celebrate fall. Holidays like Halloween and Thanksgiving aren't complete without apples and pumpkins. We're visiting March Farms during the peak season for these two autumn staples. Oh baby, that is so delicious. Well, I'm not the only one that loves to pick some apples. I'm gonna go see if I can see some familiar faces here in the orchard.
Oh, well, we love to ride the horses in the crisp air. No bugs, which is good. And then coming to the apple orchard and picking some apples for me and my horse.
I love apple pie, and I love the fall season, and I love apples.
I'm no March, but I know a thing or two about apples. Let me give you some apple picking 101. First of all, know what you're picking, so what color it's supposed to be. So the Ida Red isn't supposed to be as crazy red as, say, Cortland or Macintosh. I got a twofer. So instead of the pull method, you're going to spin it. And that helps it come off way easier than if you were actually to pull. You're gonna do a little shining up on your sleeve. Don't wear your new clothes here to apple picking. During our orchard adventure, we meet up with a guy who knows his way around the orchards.
We have 15 different varieties of apples.
15?
15. In addition to the apple picking, we offer many activities, fall activities, including hay rides, a hayloft playscape, an animal yard, corn maze.
I can't wait to go and play in the corn maze. Question 1. The heaviest pumpkin weighed in at... Oh my God, the heaviest pumpkin ever was grown and it weighed 1,881 pounds. I'm gonna go with 18 pounds, 5 ounces. Go right.
This corn maze is a mental and physical challenge. I'm not sure if I know the correct answers, but at this point, the only question I want answered is, where's the exit?
All right, here's another one. True wild peaches are only found in, I'm gonna go with China. To the left we go. I made it! Now, if you suffer from claustrophobia, don't go into the maze. It was super fun though.
I can't possibly finish all these apples myself, so I'm gonna take them to my parents' house.
So I'm going to be making apple crisp today with the apples that I picked at March Farms. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I did a pretty good job. Thanks for watching this episode of Cosmo Times. I'm Christy Clemens, and excuse me while I have a love affair with my Christy's Crisp.
Nothing sounds as appealing as a slice of warm American apple pie.
You know what is actually more appealing than apple pie? Banana pie, because it just said appealing.
See, now you're getting the hang of the game. Banana pie would be appealing.
Okay, let's head over to our next city search.
In Los Angeles, we're just in time for Halloween. We'll be checking out a pumpkin patch.
Hey, speaking of Halloween, you know what's vampire's favorite food?
What?
Nectarine.
October means Halloween, and Halloween means pumpkin patches full of pumpkins. It's the best time of the year for pumpkin picking. Every weekend in the month of October, families flock to the ranches for fun, and pumpkin picking is one of the most inexpensive ways to create priceless memories. Driving east from Los Angeles now, we're at Raleig's farm. They have one of the most popular pumpkin patches in the area.
We're surrounded on 3 sides by mountains, so the desert doesn't really hit us, and we're surrounded, we're protected from the smog, and it just helps us to be a little bit cooler because we're higher up as well. And we have a very high water table, so there's always water flowing through it. It makes it much easier for things to grow.
Raleig's farm has a huge farm store selling everything from fresh fruit jam to homemade pumpkin pie. It's so great to go back to the nature, and in these pumpkin patches, it's just so nice. So how many pumpkins are you growing here?
We're growing 3 different varieties of pumpkin. Right now we're in the Cinderella pumpkin patch. We also have jack-o'-lantern pumpkins and baby bears. And the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins can get pretty big, and the baby bears are really small.
Really tiny one, yeah.
Cinderella pumpkins are usually really good for eating. They make great pumpkin pies. As far as the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, those are pretty self-explanatory. You usually carve them because they're so big and they have hollowed out insides.
So it's much for the Halloween.
Right, very much perfect for Halloween. And the baby bears, they're smaller. They're a little bit, they look just like pumpkins, but they're about the size of gourds. And those are usually used for decoration.
Could you show us how to pick a perfect pumpkin?
Yes, well, what you're looking for, since it is an annual crop, it grows and then dies every season. So when the pumpkin is ready to be picked, the leaves will start to dry up and die away because the plant is putting all of the water into the support of the life of the pumpkin. So you're gonna wanna look for something that is a little bit on the larger side, something that has a little bit brighter color. The greener ones aren't quite ready to pick.
This is my pumpkin!
Here we are in our jack-o'-lantern pumpkin patch. You can see the jack-o'-lanterns here are much brighter. This is the kind of pumpkin that you would prefer to carve.
If you want to get into the heart of the autumn, how can you miss out the traditions such as carving a pumpkin? Yeah, carving pumpkin is really popular in America, and I think it's one of the traditions for the Halloween.
Yeah, it's a really big tradition actually. That's why the farm sells pumpkins here, because Americans are very into carving pumpkins for Halloween, and yeah, it's a really big tradition here. You would start by carving off the top and then hollowing the whole thing out, and then usually people would put eyes and a nose and a mouth, something basic like that. Or if you're really good, you can do something that's much
Do some
much
design
better.
or do something you really
Yeah.
want. Besides pumpkins, you can also pick up other farm-grown products.
We also offer picking starting in summertime. We start growing berries. So we have strawberries, and then later in the season we'll get raspberries and blackberries. And then it's fall and we start our pumpkin and our apple and our pears.
Pumpkin picking with families an autumn tradition in Los Angeles. You can pick pumpkins, get lost in the mazes, and enjoy much more. Just make sure you bring a few strong bags for taking those pumpkins home. I'm Xiwen, reporting from Los Angeles for Cosmo Times.
Want to learn more about fruits and vegetables?
Then stay tuned because when we come back,
We'll be looking at a local farm right here in Shanghai.
on this week's Shanghai City Search.
Cosmo Times. Welcome back.
So far, we've seen so much American culture.
From apple pie to a Halloween pumpkin patch.
And while these American delicacies are certainly sublime,
Let us check out what is growing right here at a Shanghai local farm.
on this week's Shanghai City Search.
So it's the beginning of the fall season, and it's the perfect time to start eating healthy. And for me, eating right means finding the freshest ingredients I can find. So what's more fresh than picking the veggies straight from the source? But if you thought you had to go outside the city to get it, I'm here to show you today that you don't have to. That's why I'm here at the Pujian City Farm, where they supply the freshest veggies twice a day to the top supermarkets in the city. Hello, Felix. How are you? You gonna show me around today? Okay.
OK，好，在这边看看。好。
Fresh vegetables are no doubt the perfect choice for any time of the year. And here at this farm, I'm going to get more acquainted with organic produce and just a healthier way of living with my tour guide, Felix. So Felix, can you tell us a little bit about this farm?
这个农场大概有1051亩，其中呢有机蔬菜呢大概97亩。我们常年种的蔬菜呢总共有170多个品种，其中生菜呢有20多个品种，香料有20多个品种。 还有一些茄果类啊、瓜果类的，我们都有种植。像现在的季节，因为是秋季，交换季节，现在种的蔬菜品种相对少一点，大概60到70个品种左右。
Organic produce, is that an important thing for your farm?
有机的，因为蔬菜的话，它种植不是所有的蔬菜都可以种的，我们主要是种一些生长周期短一点的青菜、鸡毛菜，还有一些生菜。有些时候我们也会做一些辣椒啊，一些黄瓜，我们也会种一点，但量比较少，都春季那一部分种。有机的比例大概1/10左右。
With so many fresh vegetables, I think it's time to DIY a fresh salad. Hey Felix, so corn, do you think I could use this with salad?
可以的，这是白糯玉米，是可以做沙拉的。您可以搬下来看一下。这是可以做沙拉的。
In addition to corn, I need to find some more essential ingredients for my salad. Whoa! Hey Felix, this smells really good. What is that?
这是芝麻菜，它是有一种芝麻的香味，一般来说就比较好吃一点，就是。
Yeah, I think that's perfect for my salad. I think can I go grab some?
可以的，这个就是做沙拉里面我们的城市沙拉菜里面专备的，就必须要有芝麻菜。
Perfect for my salad. Hey, where did Felix go? Let's see what other veggies I can find on my own. So as you can see, there's like plenty of lettuces all around here, and it's the perfect start for me to get the salad ingredients. With this lot of lettuce, everything seems to be ready for my salad. Now that I got all the fresh ingredients, all I need to do is wash it and I'm ready to go. Organic vegetables here are rather clean, so it just takes a quick wash. The next step is to cut the cucumber into slices and split the corn, which as you can see isn't quite my specialty. Then put all the vegetables into the bowl, pour on the dressing and stir. So, salad's in, the dressing's in there, I mixed it up, looks like it's time to try it out. Perfect. Whoa, what a day. I think I got enough fresh veggie knowledge for a day, plus all the veggies that I can handle. Now, all I have to think about is whether I can eat all this stuff.
So it seems like whether you're in America or in Shanghai, if you want, you can always buy locally grown produce.
Which is really good because it is important to be educated on what kind of food you put in your bodies.
True. Hey Nancy, what did one mushroom say to the other mushroom?
What?
You are a fungi.
No. What did one mushroom say to the other mushroom?
What?
There are fungus among us.
You know, Nancy, I relish in the fact that you've mustered up the courage to catch up with my jokes.
You know, being funny is what this job is all about.
I suppose that's why we get paid a salary.
Yep. Now, let's take a look at this week's creative source.
The press conference for stage play Shortwave, cast by Chinese idol judge Wang Weizhong, was recently held in Shanghai. The director of the play held a casting session in order to choose the female lead from potential auditions. Beauty queen He Yichun, reality singing competition winner Ma Lu, Chinese idol Xu Mingming, and TV host Isha.
你哪儿的？哎，我哪儿的？你管着吗？哎，我怎么就管不着你啊？我不管你，你长这么大。
然后这照片眼神特别好，对不对？但是当时化妆没有不是这个妆，可是我是觉得马路有一个潜质在，有一个含羞带怯的一个潜质在。那时候女孩只有含，我们那个第一次约会，你知道多紧张，你知道吗？
It seems like Ma Lu bears a striking resemblance to Wang's first love. To find out which of the young artists will take the role, be sure to get tickets for Shortwave.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange you, glad I didn't say banana.
Yes. You know, I used to work at the orange juice factory, but I got canned because I couldn't concentrate.
Nailed it!
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
And remember to eat fresh produce.
And stay informed on how your food grows and where it comes from.
See you all next week.
We have a great episode planned for you today.
Did you just say a great episode?
Yeah, it's funny, right?
Do you eat very many fruit and vegetables?
Oh, good one. I don't like this peer pressure, Mincy. But fine, give me an apple. So I asked her, honey, do you love me? If so, let's run away together. And she said, all of you, but we can't love.